So here we are in our motorsport.com trackside studio here at Le Mans. I'm joined by the president of the FIA, Todt, and the president of the ACO, Pierre Fillon. Jean, first of all, you've won this race before. What does it take to win the Le Mans 24 hours?
You know, like winning any kind of racing, except that this one is 24 hours, just to put everything together. And of course, as I said earlier, Le Mans is a very long race. So never give anything for granted, and it's going through obstacles. Normally, depending on the length of the race, you have to go through the obstacle during the whole time, and here you have to go through 24 hours.
Pierre, it's my first time back at Le Mans since 1995, and it's very clear to me that sports car racing is very popular at the moment. What do you put the popularity down to?
I think because of the history of Le Mans at first, and I think with the values of endurance, we always want to keep a very close link between the fans and the drivers and the cars. The other thing is innovation, and the other thing is all the category we have in the race, and for sure we have 4 races in one race, and this is very spectacular.
What are your thoughts on that, Jean? Why do you think sports car racing is so popular? I mean, the crowds here are unbelievable.
You know, Le Mans is a very strong brand. As Pierre was mentioning, 24 hours is very special, and it's just a product which has been built since 110 years with a lot of great memories, great fights with amazing brands: Ferrari, Ford, Mercedes, Jaguar. So you know, you just build history with amazing ingredients, and Le Mans has all those ingredients.
Pierre, I understand that you've not missed a Le Mans 24 hours now since 1966. Coincidentally, of course, being celebrated this year with the return of Ford after 50 years. So how have you managed to keep that going, and what do you think about the return of Ford?
Oh, it's a very good thing for Le Mans, you know, to have another great brand. Everybody remembers the story of a duel between Ferrari and Ford, and for sure to see Ford against Ferrari, but also against Aston Martin and Corvette and Porsche is a very interesting thing.
Jean, obviously, before you became the president of the FIA, you were a team manager, team boss for many, many years in many different categories: World Rally, obviously sports car racing, and of course Formula One with Ferrari. What place do the 2 Le Mans victories you had with Peugeot and your success in World Endurance, what place do they have in your heart?
Le Mans is special for me because first, before having my driving license, I used to come to Le Mans. The only autograph in my life I have asked was in Le Mans to Dan Gurney, who became a friend. And of course, the last participation when I was ahead of the Peugeot racing team was in Le Mans 93, where we had 3 cars, 1, 2, 3, and it was my last race running the team before joining Ferrari, so of course it's a special memory for me.
Pierre, you often talk about this category as being a laboratory for innovation. Tell us a little bit about why you think that's important and the way that the technology passes down to the automotive road car sector.
You know, the story of Le Mans is to allow for the manufacturers to show and to test their technologies. It's true since the beginning in 1923, and a lot of innovation were made in Le Mans. You know, the brake disc and so on. And it's important to keep this link between race and road-relevant technologies. And we allow several technologies, but with the same chance to win.
And Jean, speaking finally about relevance, obviously your road safety campaign is very, very important to you. That is close to you, very close to your heart. You leverage that to a great extent through Formula One and other championships. How are you able to leverage that through Le Mans and sports car racing?
I must say, first of all, so much progress has been done on safety at all the level, at all the categories of motorsport. And Le Mans has always been a leader. I mean, on the design, on the road, all what is done around to make it safer, the cars, the equipment for the drivers, for the marshals. So we need to use motorsport and to transfer a lot of what is used in motorsport on the road. You know, we can simply not accept that every year 1.3 million people die on the roads, that 50 million people are hurt, that it's the number one cause of mortality for youth between 10 to 30 years of old age. So I would say we must use the laboratory to a road car, and also we must encourage all our champions to participate to road safety activities and to be examples to any road users.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us. Enjoy the rest of the Le Mans 24 Hours.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.